I am Desmond P. Ryan, and you are watching another episode of Ask the Detective, where you ask me, a retired Toronto police detective and current crime fiction writer, questions about policing, police procedures, investigations, forensics, dead bodies, all things policing. Today's question is about shift work and how does that work? As you know, policing is a 24-hour-a-day job, and nobody works those 24 hours straight, although when you're doing it, you might feel like you are because the hours get long quickly. Uniform officers are, in Toronto anyway, where I was a police officer, assigned to a platoon. That platoon has a shift schedule. And as a result, the officers are working rotating shifts. So you'll work a day shift, an evening shift, and a midnight shift, not one after the other. You'll work a few days of days, a few days of evenings, a few days of midnights, and you have days off in between. Now, different policing agencies do things differently, but in Toronto, again, where I worked, where I feel I can speak confidently about, you were assigned to this platoon and this shift rotation, and that's what you did. We didn't have people who were working permanent evenings or permanent day shifts. And I know in other 24-hour occupations like nursing, you can have nurses who with seniority can work straight days. Some choose to work straight midnights, not so much in policing. And that poses some really interesting challenges for the officers themselves in terms of sleeping and sleep deprivation, in terms of investigations carrying on. If you have an officer, for example, who is working midnight shift and is central to an investigation, and then he or she goes on to days off and on to day shift, how do you coordinate all of that information? Lots of stuff to talk about, lots of stuff to work with. If you have questions or comments, as always, please put them down below. Be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and or send me an email at des@realdesmondryan. I'm more than happy to answer your questions. And in the meantime, stay safe, and make sure you get sleep. It's actually quite important.